Hi, my name is Raj. I'm a Pruvit promoter, and you've probably been invited to this video for myself or someone on my team. So this video, we're going to talk about the Pruvit business opportunity in the United Kingdom and Europe. We just opened there. And we're going to also talk about the product. A good friend of mine and teammate, Michael, is going to walk us through what that looks like, the opportunity, what does the product work, how does the product work, and why it works, and why it's completely blowing up over in the United Kingdom and Europe. And if you want to be part of this, if you want to join us, definitely get back to the person on my team who referred you here, or myself, if I did. And let's work together if you have any questions. But I'm going to get into the video, and either below this video, we'll have information to contact me, or the person who referred you, definitely reach back out to them and we'll connect all together. All right. Thank you for your interest.
Good morning. What's happening? All right. I'm going to mute everybody. My name is Michael Rutherford. Very happy to host this morning's Zoom. Welcome to welcome. I know it's probably middle of the afternoon in the EU and the UK. Can y'all hear me okay? If you can, hit me one of these. Okay, cool. Thanks, Dave. Dave hit me a thumbs up. He's not going to do jazz hands. What's up, Abby? 5 years ago, I got an introduction to ketones and to Pruvit by the owner and founder of the company, Brian Underwood. He's a longtime friend of mine. I've known him for forever. And he said, yo, bro, what do you know about ketones or ketosis? I might have my hands on something pretty cool. And I said, yo, bro, nothing. And my son wants to say hi. Okay, buddy, you want to see? Come on. You want to say hi? I got that call. I got that text about 5 years ago, and he said, yo, bro, what do you know about ketones or ketosis? And I didn't know anything about it. And he goes, well, learn about it, get educated. I might have my hands on something pretty cool. So about 6 months later, I got a sample sent to me in the mail. I drank it. It lit me up like a Christmas tree. The following 2 or 3 months, I lost nearly 25 kilos, and it changed my whole life. I had all these really cool mental clarity benefits and appetite benefits. Do you want to say hi? We just woke up here. He wants his breakfast. Hold on, I'm going to introduce Dustin, then I'll get you some breakfast. Okay, Bubba? We got a lot of babies here. So he's the only one up. The rest are asleep. But I got a lot of mental clarity benefits and appetite control benefits, and I just felt better. It changed my whole life. And one of the very first people that I had met that I introduced this to is Dustin Schaefer. Dustin and I were meeting in a birth class, actually. He had a pregnant lady there, and so did I, and we were getting to have our first babies, and he knew a lot about anatomy, specifically female anatomy. I didn't know why. And I was like, what do you do? And he goes, oh, I'm a hysterectomy and C-section specialist. I'm a muscle activation technique specialist and all this stuff. And I'm like, what? And I said, well, do you know anything about keto? And he starts telling me this like 5-10 minute story about how learning how to do keto about 20 years ago changed his life. And he goes, why do you ask? And this is why this matters to you guys. I said, because a friend of mine is getting ready to get the only patent in the world, the only formula in the world, and we're going to make the only commercial formula in the world where you'll be able to drink ketones. Daddy, I want my Okay. Oh, he wants his hat. Okay, Bubba. There you go. Here, you want to wear it this way? Okay. Are you happy, boy? I told him we're about to get the only patent in the world where you'll be able to drink ketones. And he said, well, that doesn't exist, but in case it ever does, or you ever get samples, let me know. So 6 months later, I got I was told from somebody in the UK, they refer to it as a dodgy jiffy bag, but dodgy jiffy bag, a Ziploc baggie full of white powder. And it was one of the very first samples of exogenous ketones ever produced. What does that mean? We have a drink that when you mix it with water and you shake it up and you drink it, it'll put you in ketosis. That was 5 years ago. So we've opened up the United States, Canada, Mexico, Australia, New Zealand, 4 or 5 countries in Asia. And as of Monday of last week, we started doing direct shipping to the entire UK and the entire EU. So it's a really exciting time. Dustin and I are going to play a little bit of a ping pong match on what keto is, what our drink is, why it matters, why you should drink it. If you're brand spanking new, we're really interested in you having a pretty good idea. Where? You want to stand or sit? Stand? Okay. We want you to have a pretty good idea of what this is, why it's valuable, and why so many people around the world have drank it, and why we drink it every day. how to drink it, some of the benefits you're going to get from it. And then the second part, how do you get it for free? The world is a little crazy at the moment and people aren't trying to spend extra money, but they are trying to feel better. So we'll talk about how to get ketones for free. And then the third thing we'll talk about is, how to be the first person in your city or your country to drink this. I was on a Zoom yesterday with a group out of Hungary, and I don't know anybody else in Hungary drinking this. So this is very new. We're only a week under our belt of even shipping this into the UK and the EU. Dustin and I have been working around the clock with many, many other people, rolling this out, and it's such a fun time. So there's a chat tab. He and I will be able to utilize that if you have questions. But as we get started, comment in the chat where you're from. Comment in the chat where you're from, and I'm going to bring Dustin on. Dustin, if you're there, what's up, my man? He probably hasn't slept in a week, and he's probably had a lot of ketones this morning. So I'm happy that he's on. And Dustin, you can read the chat. People are from all over the other side of the pond. So let's do this dang thing. I'm gonna go chug some tea.
I keep thinking about that song, "All Around the World Statues Crumble," but I don't like the last part of that. But I'm just excited. I'm so excited. And look at this. Look at this, Michael. We got whales in the house. I mean, I got my whales. Cool. Look at this. Big football team. I went to the stadium. 80,000 people could fit in that stadium. We got anybody from Wales here? Anyway, I even got their jacket on. I couldn't find, I was rushed and I couldn't find my other stuff. I was up pretty early this morning. How y'all doing out there? Super excited to be on. Super excited to do this Zoom. And maybe it was overdue. Maybe it's perfect timing. I like to say it's perfect timing, but Michael, it's a really unique time because of the situation. I was on a Zoom just a few minutes ago. I hopped over here and we were just talking about, like, if this situation in the world right now wouldn't have happened, where people were kind of locked into their houses and stuff, there's a lot of people right now that may not be paying attention to this as much because they would have been distracted into their own life, meaning they would have been doing their own thing. They would have been at work. They would have been doing this stuff. And right now, blessing in disguise, this might have been one of the biggest and greatest things that have happened to you in your future, because it's given you an opportunity to have a perspective that a lot of things can change, that you can become healthier and get healthier than you've ever been in your life, that you can financially potentially change the trajectory of your future. And so I would, in some ways, just take a moment and appreciate that, because over the last 5 years, knowing Michael and working with Michael, a lot of amazing things have happened. We've learned a lot, by the way, but a lot of amazing things have happened because of this conversation, because of this product, because of this technology, because of this company, and because of all the amazing people we've met throughout the last, like I said, 5 years, that has led to the moment for us to launch multiple countries over the next, 90 days, 120 days. We're just starting this week, was our first week. And so I'm just super, super excited and would love to dive into it, Michael. So I know you and I are going to do most of the talking. We're going to ask, because there's so many people on here, we're going to ask a lot of people to do some chat boxes, like benefits of the product. We might have a story to share, and really give you all the kind of the overview of what this could be, what it is, how it works, and ways that you can participate to, hi from Sweden, ways that you can participate with us. And, and that role can be big as you want it to be, or as little as you want it to be. And so I'm super excited to get started, buddy.
Cool. Well, I had to go get some props. I didn't have any props. Dustin's got props. He's got a stinking flag there. I got a bunch of flags of every country in Europe in the other room, but I didn't have time to run in there and get them. My laptop's about to die. So here's what the product is, you guys. Comment in the chat if you're new. Comment in the chat if you're new. I would consider new. You're not signed up yet. New means you've not bought anything yet. You're not a customer. You're not a promoter yet. You haven't done anything yet, and you're just learning. If you're new, just comment new. And there's probably a lot of people on here that are new. This is a brand new conversation. If you just signed up as a promoter, you can comment that too. 3 days in, and you could say how many days you've been drinking it maybe. Actually, let's do that. I'm going to preface it by saying don't make any medical claims. If you used to have something that you no longer have, we don't want to hear about it. Congratulations, that's great. But we want to stay open. So Jack says new-ish. Patty, 6 days, 10 days drinking it, 10 days loving it, Rosie. Comment in the chat whatever your experience has been. If you've been drinking it for 3 days and you're sleeping really good, well, then say that. If you used to have sleep, blah, 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 now you don't say that. If you've lost, you know, five, I almost said 5 stones, that'd be a lot of weight. If you lost 5 kilos in the last week or two, you can comment that. If you used to have blah, 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 and now you don't comment that. So what are you guys' experience? What do you like about it? Does it give you energy? I can tell you for me, this is my personal favorite flavor. It's there you go, heart tart, and then raspberry lemonade. Those are my 2 favorite flavors, and both of those made the list of the first flavors coming to you guys. That's what Dustin's drinking right now. Huge energy boost from Donna. Syringa. No, too many. I can't read them. Hopefully you guys can read them. So the thing that's really cool is we have a few different flavors that have come to Europe first. These ones are fantastic. If you need to cut it with lemon or lime or something, you can, or mix it with like a flavored, naturally flavored sparkling water, you can. But most people enjoy these 2 constantly. We have a third. It's a Swiss cacao. I can't find a pack.
I got one right here.
There, Dustin's got one. If you like chocolate, you can mix that with almond milk if you like, or cashew milk. You can make a shake with it. I mean, we make chocolate out of it. I mean, a lot of really cool stuff. But here's what I know. When you drink ketones, you feel better. When you drink ketones, you think clearer. When you drink ketones, you have better energy. When you drink ketones, you have better focus. You have better.
Michael just left the meeting. Y'all, that's why we have 2 people on here. He literally just got kicked out of his own meeting, but I got you. The benefits that he was talking about is this energy. You think better, your mental clarity, you focus more. You have this overall steady, stable energy on here. Like as you do, keep putting your results that you've gotten down below. A lot of people are attracted to this because of the fat loss, the loss of body fat, the transformation. Really quick, if you don't mind, who started because they wanted to lose body fat? Who started because they wanted to lose some body fat? Just put it down in the chat or give me some wiggly hands. 7 stones. I just saw 7 stones. So hey, listen, we're here to support that. I'm gonna give you a little bit of a ketone lesson, but not too in depth. We have all the top researchers in the world that explain it all. So if you're a person right now that you're like, I got to know everything about science. I was on the chat yesterday, and the guy's just like, he's just going to town, and I'm just sending him videos. I'm like, here, watch this, watch this, watch this. And I basically send him videos with the former chairman of NASA, the leading Alzheimer's experts, the leading brain specialists, so when you have, our company, we have on our team, the leading experts in the world of basically everything, the smartest people alive. So when your neighbor goes, that's not good for you, or your neighbor goes, you shouldn't do supplements. He said that, I don't do supplements. I'm like, why are you talking to me right now? He's obviously very interested. But when you have the leading experts in the world that are supporting what you're doing, then we let them say it, and it's pretty cool. And so, but one of the number 1 reasons why people want to use this product is for fat loss. They might say weight loss, but just so you all know really clearly, this is not a weight loss product. Hands down, 100% not a weight loss product. So if you want to lose some body fat, we got your back. I know Melanie kind of wiggled her hand here a little bit when I said, Melanie, I got you right here with David. So you got Dave next to you with Melanie. And then Jason, Dr. Jason up there, he's doing something. I think he's building a fence or something. But if weight loss is something that you want to avoid, fat loss is something you want to get master at, you want to be great at. And this is really, really important. And so Michael Rutherford is back on. I'll bring him back on here in just a second. And so our product is not a weight loss product, but it is a fat loss. And why is that? Because it actually helps protect your muscle mass. It keeps it lean and strong. That's really important for everybody. It doesn't matter if you're a world-class athlete or if you're getting a little bit up there in the years, you never want to lose your muscle mass. But when you maintain muscle mass and you start metabolically shifting, it starts shedding away body fat. But here's one of the coolest things. I think I can share this. I'm going to share a couple pictures with you all because we know pictures are pretty cool. And just bear with me for 1 second. I'm going to show you this. Michael, you back on, buddy?
No, I'm not here.
Yeah, here, I'm going to show you a couple pictures just to give you a perspective of some of the things. One of the other big benefits of this product is one of the other big benefits of the product is the clear skin. I was on with Melanie just a little bit ago, the clear skin. So I want to show you a couple pictures. Now, this is that thing that Rob has in his hand is 5 pounds of fat, just so you know. That's what 5 pounds of fat looks like. So if you all want to lose some fat, that's what you want to lose. But here's another cool picture. This is skin, clear skin. This is something outside of the fat loss part of it, but it has a huge impact on your skin. So if you want to look younger and want to stay looking younger, very important. But this is the story there's 2 stories here I wanted to share with you. This is a young lady that has had a huge transformation. Now I'm going to be honest with you. She did work out, but not right away. She didn't work out right away, but she's kept 100 pounds off for a year, and she's kept 70 pounds off for, I think 2 years. She's kept it off for 3 years. She's kept it off for 2 years. So I just want to give you an example that's the transformation side of it for you people that are looking for fat loss. It's not just that it helps you lose the weight, it helps you change the behaviors to keep it down and keep it off, which is really what you're looking for, Michael. So we lost you for a second. I just went through a few of the benefits of the product. It's really simple as you drink 1 to 2 a day, and you eat when you're hungry. Crave it as less carbs and sugars, eat less. We do encourage you to move your body, shake your ass a little bit, pardon my French, or my English. Can I say pardon my French on a call when there's French people on? Is that like offensive? I don't know.
I have all these dumb sayings that are like cheesy American sayings. None of them are funny in Europe. None of them.
We're all learning here. Can I say that? Do men lose weight faster than women? Ironically, I'm not going to get too scientific on here, but in general, it's typical that men will lose fat faster than women. But ironically, women actually can get into ketosis faster than men because it's a primitive survival thing. So actually, women, this is your best shot you got to change your life faster than a man. Doesn't mean it's always going to be as fast as anybody. Everybody can be different. Just so you know, I have women that have lost weight or fat really fast, and some men that it's taken a little bit longer. So everybody can be different.
It's funny that you say that. And as you guys sit on the Zoom, I don't know what everybody's outcome is, what your goals are. You may have got on the Zoom for a personal product interest. Maybe you want to feel better. Everybody's been locked up in their flats for the last few months, and people are getting a little stir crazy. Ketones are amazing for, can I say the word stress? Just chaos. Ketones reduce chaos. When I say chaos, that might mean a lot. It might mean while you're doing a Zoom, your son who's enjoying his delicious gluten-free cereal over there, because I knew that would last the longest, he just wants to talk to me the whole Zoom. So I'm drinking ketones to make sure I be nice to him. I have 4 kids that are all 5 and under. I need a lot of ketones. Some of you have a spouse that requires you to have a lot of ketones. Ladies, you know what I'm talking about. Some of you have a spouse that in the morning or like at 10 or 11, you go, honey, have you had your ketones yet? And they're like, no, that's what it is. You all think I'm kidding. I've done this for 5 years. I've done this for 5 years. So I don't know if the reason you got on was product related, mental clarity related. Yeah. What's up, buddy?
Hey, Michael, really quick. I was on a Zoom yesterday with a gentleman, and he goes, he's been drinking it for a couple of years. And he goes, I just met him. His name is Ahmad, and he's a super cool guy. And you meet him and you think, holy cow, like you're a really cool guy. He goes, Dustin, he goes, I was a horrible dad. I mean, he said this, he goes, I was a really bad dad. I was just yelling all the time. And I'm like, how are you? Like, I can't even picture him being who he says he was. And he goes, this has changed my life forever. Brooks, he goes, I owe Brooks everything. He's like, it's just completely changed my life. So ladies, it is that powerful. If you ever want your husband, and you ever want your man to do more things around the house, at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, you give him a drink, and literally he might build you a shed. He might add an addition to your house, but that's not a disclaimer. If the addition sucks, it's not our fault. But he's got this energy and vitality back into him. And so anyway, it's pretty powerful stuff. It's a pretty powerful tool.
So that's one of the reasons you probably got on the Zoom, was to learn about the product. We have some really cool resources. We do this like a relay race. It's not all on you. So Michelle or Kinga or Tracy or Kane or Flavia or Jared or Karen, I have 25 of you right here on my one screen. There's nearly 200 people on here. whatever your outcome is, ketones are going to help it be better. If you're like, well, I'm an athlete. Okay, cool. What kind of an athlete? Well, an endurance athlete. What do you do? Well, I bike. Okay, well, if you bike or you swim, those are kind of different. If you play football, that's different. If you're a power lifter, that's different. If you're a tennis player, that's different. If you're 70 and you just want to get up and down the steps better and play with your grandkids better, that's different. But it's all endurance. It's all strength. It's all range of motion. Ketones will help all that. And if you have a tad of skepticism on, when your brain, you see my son's getting louder because I'm ignoring him, right? Hey, Bubba, Dad, get your monster truck in just a minute. This kid loves monster. Dustin's kid likes Mars and space and NASA. Mine likes monster trucks. But Dustin's is built like a grown man. Mine's a little boy. But what's cool is no matter what your goals and your ambitions are, ketones are going to help it be better. But some of us have skepticism. I was on the phone the other night with a lady from Northern Ireland, and she says, "You don't understand. People here are skeptical." And I said, "You don't understand. People in the world are skeptical. The best thing about people is that they're humans. The hardest part about people is that they're humans, and people are skeptical. They just are." When we started launching Mexico, people are like, "Oh, you don't understand. People in I got to go get a monster truck." People said, "Oh, you don't understand. The people in Mexico are really skeptical." And I said, "More than the people that are in Detroit, Michigan, more than the people that are in New Jersey, more skeptical than the people that live in San Diego? I don't think so." And then I'm on a Zoom with Singapore the other day, and Silver says, people in Singapore are skeptical. People in Singapore are skeptical. And I said, "More skeptical than the people in Mexico City? I don't think so." So what I'll tell you is people are skeptical in general. That's just what we are. We think everything that sounds good it can't just sound good. It has to sound what? Too good to be true. Hey, buddy, Dad's looking for your monster truck. I got to find this monster truck before he loses his mind. So people are skeptical no matter where you go. That's the beautiful thing about what we do is we just get to get educated. Look, I found it. Gravedigger. People are skeptical, so we just have to educate. So you can write a few things down. You can write down education. People want to know what this is. Well, we do Zooms and we teach people what it is. We just had a Zoom yesterday with some folks, and 2 days ago with some folks that are a part of our advisory team from a product perspective and an education perspective, patents, research, all that. And we just pour into the community about what it means to have ketones coursing through your body and through your brain. So we do a lot of education here. If you don't get it all this morning, which you're not, this is the tip of the spear. Plug in, lean in, tune in. There's a lot of education to be had. There's an app called Pruvit TV. You can watch it on your television, on your phone, or on your laptop. And it's a complete library of all things keto. Anything you ever want to do. As Karen says, I was skeptical till I lost 100 pounds. So, it's easy to be skeptical. That's the easiest thing in the world to do. But my encouragement for you on here is to suspend the skepticism even for just a week or two and try the stuff. If you haven't got any of it yet, right now the only way you can get any is if you buy a 3-pack VIP promoter kit. I'll cover that in a minute. Dustin will cover that in a minute. In a few days, you'll be able to become a customer and just buy a box. But here's what I want to tell you. If you're skeptical because you don't have any money, I'll help you get over that hurdle. Most of the world doesn't have any money. Most of the world is trying to figure out how to economically keep it going. So, skepticism just means something that sounds like this maybe didn't work for you in the past, and you think this is that too, and you don't want to touch the hot stove again. This isn't what you've tried in the past. Nothing that you've ever tried in your life in the past put you in ketosis when you drink it. But what I could tell you is, if you refer 2 friends to this, your Aunt Mary and your mom, and they both get on Smart Chip, you'll get free ketones. We have this Smart Chip program where most everybody on this Zoom by next month should never pay again. Now, if you don't do anything and you don't tell anybody, you're going to keep paying, but it's still great. Ruth, how do the ingredients affect your body? The product has actual ketones in it. The product has actual beta hydroxybutyrate ketones in it. That's the short answer. But I've been holding this box. It came 5 days ago. I kept pushing off doing a Facebook Live. I wanted to do a Facebook Live and say what I've learned in 5 years. And here's what it is. I'll do the unboxing right now. So this box is significant. I'll show you why in a moment. This is my 60th month of free ketones. So I'll show you what that means. You want to see the receipt? So I got boxes of Keto Nat Heart Tart. You can see the bottom part. Total $7, tax and shipping. So can you see next to the Heart Tart it says $2.80, $2.80. It's just because I got 5 boxes. Every single month I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 boxes of free ketones, and I have for 60 months straight. I joined in May 20th of 2015. I bought my first shipment. Within a few hours, I had a couple of customers on SmartShip. One was my mom, one was my grandma. Swear to God, true story. My mom's almost 60, my grandma's 80, and I turned 40 in a few months. So the first 2 people that I thought to share this with were the people that I hope lived the longest and had the best quality of life. Their purchases every month on a monthly basis as a SmartShip customer of mine have given me free ketones for 5 years. We take the 2 biggest personal customer orders you have and give you the average of whatever they buy. So Frederick, if your mom buys a box and your Uncle Bill buys a box, then you get a free box. That's it. If you never want to do anything else with this, Barney Rumble, that is a real man that's on this Zoom, and that's his real name. Barney Rumble, I think that's the coolest name ever. The better Barney Rumble. He's lost like 2 Backstreet Boys worth of weight, and he's crushing this, right? But guess what? If you have 2 people drinking ketones on SmartShip as a customer that you refer, Tracy, quit laughing at me, would you? Then yours is free forever. Mine has been free forever. I've never, ever paid for ketones ever again since the first month. Not because I had some dynamic online presence. I have almost no friends, same as Dustin. We're not that good on social media. But we got 2 people we loved and cared about to become SmartShip customers. And then ours have been free forever. So Dustin, maybe speak to how getting 2 people on for free turns into building a community, building a team, maybe the promoter conversation. I'm going to try to find another monster truck for my kid before you leave.
Absolutely, guys. Hey, and the free product program is a great, it's a loyalty program, right? There's much more to that than even just the free product. We get you get some incentives and deals and promotions when you become a SmartShip customer. So we do, as a company, we spend a lot of times supporting the customers, helping the customers get a great experience. And the reason why we do that is because it's community, right? One of the things about Pruvit is that we're a community. It's not something you do on your own. You do it together with a team. And so if you're a little nervous, a little scared, not sure, uncertain, well, you get the best coaches, doctors, researchers in the entire world that are here to support you. As long as you're willing to plug in, we'll give you the insight and information. And because it turns into more. You know, when you take people like my mom, who doesn't know anything about ketones, nothing about anything of anything. Like if you ask her right now she's been drinking ketones for 5 years almost. And you ask her right now what a ketone is. She goes, I have no idea. She goes, just ask my son. Like, that she still has no clue what it is, but she's helped 5,000 people because she started talking about it and people started asking her, and she just says, I don't know, talk to my son. I'm not sure, talk to Dustin. He can explain it better than I can. Well, that started to share itself. It started to replicate itself. And so when you have somebody that has a great experience in the product, now some of us are entrepreneurs and just realize this is a big conversation, which I'm going to talk about in a second. But when you have an experience with something, how many times right now, if you have a really nice restaurant or you see a really awesome movie and you tell your friend, Michelle, you're like, hey, go see this movie. Does the theater give you a kickback? Does the theater give you some cash back? Does the theater give you a free ticket next time? Those aren't options in the world that we live in. And so, but with Pruvit, we give you that option. So if you like it and you share it with a few people, well, then you start getting your product for free. And if you like it and you share it to more than a few people, we start paying for your bacon, we start paying for your salami, we start paying for your cheese, we start paying for your avocados, we start paying for your meat, we start giving you financial kickback. Well, then it can turn into way more than that. We can start looking at it as an expansion of a business where you can do this part-time or potentially even full-time. As I came into this, Michael, we were looking at a part-time gig. My wife and I were I'm telling you, we were busy. Like, my wife's an attorney in the Marine Corps. I had my own practice, driving hours each way. We were busy, we were so busy that my wife and I sat down and talked, like, if we don't do things differently, our life will never change. We're going to be in this grind forever. So we started looking at it as, well, if we can make this part-time and make some extra cash, we can maybe buy some of that time back, where I can maybe go to work a little later and I can start spending time with my kids. So it turned into more than what we initially thought it was going to be. And then, of course, at one point, I walked away from my career. My wife walked away from her career, and now we work from home, and we're with our kids all the time. You guys, where Michael was talking, I was taking time with my daughter, and that's cool about what this is. But to back up one step, from a promoter aspect, if you're right now interested or looking at this from an entrepreneur, or just even like, I need some extra cash. You might even not even recognize the word entrepreneur, but if you're looking for some extra cash, you're looking to travel more. I'm going to have fun with you guys in the chat. And Barney, I need to give you a shout out, Barney, anyway. Barney Rubble, I saw you there. You're looking great, brother. It's cool to see your journey continue. So, and stay healthy, but in the chat right now, if you're a promoter with us, or if you're a potential somebody that's maybe looking at this as an opportunity, in the chat, put down, like literally type in the chat, what's the one goal that you had if this could be a business for you? What was the one goal you had when you started, right? Not now. Some people that have been doing this a while, their goals got a lot bigger, but what was the one goal you had when you started? Was it to help 1,000 people? Was it help 100 people? Was it to make $1,000? Was it to make $1,000 a month? Was it to get free ketones? But put it down below. And if you've been with us for a while, how have your goals changed? How has it changed for you right now? And you're going to see in here in the chat, I'm pretty sure most of you are going to see that it's not like this, I want to make $1 million, although that's a possibility, but it's for people that want to make a little shift in their lives. But to become a promoter with this, I wanted to just kind of paint a little picture. Michael was using the word skepticism a little bit, and I really appreciate that, because a lot of people are skeptical of something that isn't, they're not familiar with. So when I came to the UK, I came to Europe, I went to visit my brother. My brother's on here, big shout out, my brother. He lives in Milan. He's been waiting 5 freaking years for this thing to come over there. He's been waiting. We've been literally like airplane product to him for a long time. When I went to Europe in 1999 or 2000, you guys all had cell phones. You guys are all, you all remember this? You're carrying cell phones around. I came home and nobody had cell phones. It didn't exist really in America yet. We had those big honking phones like this. Hey guys, what's going on? But in Europe, you guys had all these little phones that you're carrying around. And I went home and I'm like, why would you ever do that? It makes no sense to me. This is never going to happen. I was a skeptic, right? And now anywhere in the world you go, everybody's carrying a cell phone. Does this kind of make sense? So right now, we had the biggest breakthrough probably of this decade, if not even bigger than that. We work with these top researchers. The biggest conversation in health, wellness, and vitality, and fat loss, and in human performance was broken. The biggest breakthrough was broken 5 years ago. We brought it to the world. And now this is actually undeniable research. The research is extraordinary on this. Super exciting. And we get the opportunity to share it to the world. And it's going to be, some people are going to be like, I don't know. When the first cell phones were created, some people are like, this may not work. I'm not sure. Did people really, is grandma really going to get a cell phone? Is my mom at 70 going to have an iPhone and be able to text people? Is she going to get on Facebook on iPhone? If you would have told me 10 years ago that she was going to do that, I would have said, you're absolutely out of your mind. That's never going to happen. And then now here we are. My mom has an iPad. She has a MacBook. She has her cell phone. She does social media better than I do. And she's 70, right? We have brought to the world the biggest conversation in the health and vitality and fitness space for people to transform their life, optimally improve. So, right now there's a team of doctors actually on the Zoom right now that I know personally that are promoting this product. Teams, there's multiple doctors on the Zoom right now standing behind this message because they went through and looked at it and like, wow, this is powerful. And if you're looking for a little bit of an opportunity to maybe make let's use 200 euro, 100 pounds, 500 pounds, 300 euro, $5,000, $10,000, there's an opportunity right now that you can play that role. We'll teach you the skill sets. We'll teach you how to do it. We'll teach you the method. This Zoom is one of those methods of teaching. Invite to the Zoom. Be excited, invite to the Zoom. But the opportunity is big for you to participate in. And right now over there in the UK, and in the EU and in Northern Ireland, because they like for me to say it separately from everything else. In Wales, in the house, there's an opportunity for you to play a role here. We have a really cool, simple VIP pack process. When you purchase that pack, because we're launching countries, you actually qualify for a really cool level up bonus, where if you're a real big go-getter and you want to make an extra big bonus, an extra 10,000, 25,000, 50,000, 100,000, you qualify to go for that. And as a team, we'll help you do our best to run for it. And there's just a huge opportunity. You really get to play as a pioneer to help launch something into a country, into cities that there might be some skepticism, but over the next 5 years, it'll be undeniable, probably faster than that, because we've already laid the groundwork over here and other countries worldwide. So there's just a huge opportunity, Michael, for people to play a role, to get started and to plug into our community. And what I'd love for you to do, if you don't mind, is talk about that. Like, if somebody was to join today, like, what would they do to actually take this from a business perspective? How could they grow it? Maybe without being a business expert, without being a ketone expert, like how could they, what's an action step or two that they could do right now to create success and momentum in their business over there?
For sure. I'm love hearing you go through that and seeing people's different questions and stuff. And look, our brains tend to tell us, like, your brain is telling you right now, I can do this, or your brain is telling you, I can't do this. It's probably telling you both. Like, if anybody's experiencing that, hit me a couple of hands, you know, oh, I'm going to rock this. And then part of your brain is like, you can't sell shit. But I'm sorry, it is a Sunday morning here. I probably should watch my mouth. You can't sell nothing. And well, that's okay. You don't have to. And then part of your brain is like, you kidding me? I'm about to lose 20, 30 pounds and I'm going to sign up every girl in town. That's part of what your brain has to tell you. That's what my brain told me. And then my brain also told me, you don't know nothing about ketones. You don't know nothing about health and fitness and wellness. And dude, how you think you're going to be a fitness coach of a bunch of people? You still 50, 60 pounds overweight. That's what my brain also told me. And I don't know. I'm a pretty normal dude, I think. And my brain works like everybody else's. I can do it. I can't. I can do it. I can't. It's just how it works. And the only way that you overcome any of that is by just doing it, by just getting started. The cool thing is right now you can get started as a promoter with 3 boxes. It's on discount. It's 22% off, and it's only a few $100. So you can get the link from whoever invited you. Hi, Emma's daughter. I like your pretty yellow dress. Hello. Look at that dress. It's like a Belle dress from Beauty and the Beast, almost looks like. She's so stoked. I don't know if you all can see her or not. She's Emma's daughter's running around in a yellow dress. That's cool. Good morning or good afternoon. So, I don't know the different outcomes that you have on this, if they're help yourself feel better related, or if you're the kind of person that likes to keep good news from other people, or if you're the kind of person that shares good news. I don't know. If Justin Timberlake was coming to town doing a concert, would you invite your friends or would you go alone? I don't know. Or whoever you like, I don't know. If the Rolling Stones were coming to your neighborhood, would you take a few friends or would you go alone, watch it for 2 hours, text your mom and go, hey, Mick Jagger still got it. He's great. I mean, the show's over, but you should have come. That's how some of you all operate. And some of your faces did not smile when I used Timberlake as an example, but I went Mick Jagger and you're smiling. So my point is, nobody's going to the concert alone. Nobody wants to go get healthy alone and text some of your mates or your mom or your sister or your best friends and say, hey, I just got my skinny on. I'm in the best shape I've been in 25 years. You should try this. Meanwhile, your friend has gained 10 more pounds since the quarantine started. Your friend is thinking, you selfish butthead, why didn't you tell me when you started? Nobody wants you to wait. I hope that makes sense to you. No one that you know wants you to wait for you to show them how to feel better. I mean, you got to think about, how did you sleep last night? Did you wake up fully rested this morning? Vibrant? Woo! Amazing hormones, crystal clear mental clarity, abs, health and wellness? Or did you wake up sort of like, oh God, I feel like crap. I got to do something. And I'm speaking generally. I've spent a little time in London. I've spent a little bit of time in Chicago. I've spent a little bit of time in Australia. I've spent a little bit of time in Dubai. People are people no matter where you go. Some countries and some cities got a little bit less health challenges than others, but on the whole of it, human beings need to feel better. They want to feel better. So from a business perspective, from a make some money to pay your bills perspective, if you don't want to build a business here and launch countries and change your whole destiny, that's fine with me. I do. Dustin does too. That's why I'm up at it's 7:40 now. I was up 6:30 this morning getting ready for a Zoom in my bed while my kid was like, we got a newborn and another baby. I mean, we're juggling, and that's why I got up this morning, because I do want to change my family's life. And for 5 years, that's what we've done. Worst case, at least help a couple people feel better so you can get yours for free. For the smaller percentage of you on here are thinking, okay, well, nobody in my town knows what this is yet. They don't. I'm watching Frederick do, I don't know what he's doing, calisthenics, yoga. I'm not sure what he's doing. He's shirtless. Lucas, I got 2 shirtless men on my Zoom. Luke's on the bottom right. Fred's here. He's out in his backyard doing yoga or some stretching. Whatever's important to you guys. I know Frederick is in Sweden. Nobody in Sweden knows what this is yet. Nobody in France knows what this is yet. Nobody in Poland knows what this is yet. I'm on a Zoom earlier yesterday with Hungary. There's 4 or 5 people on it. That's it. The whole nation, the whole thing. In a chat with an Uber driver we met a year ago. He's from Serbia. Hey, my family wants to bring this to Serbia. Will you support us in changing our lives? And I'm like, yes. Hold on. Let me look up where Serbia is. Don't be mad at me. I'm like, let me look up where Serbia is, because I wanted to. What's up?
My family is Serbian.
Serbia. No way.
Yeah,
Let's go. So what's right next to Serbia is
Croatia, Slovakia.
I'm trying to think.
Slovenia.
Is Poland right next to it?
It's not far. It's more like by Croatia, like Dubrovnik.
What's right just north of it? We ship to that country, whatever that is. I had to look it up. And so I said, okay, well, let's figure it out. Do you know anybody that lives in that country that you can ship the product? Like, let's figure out how to get product into Serbia, because we don't ship there yet. And my point in sharing that, it's Hungary. That's right. Thank you, Medina. We ship to Hungary, and it's literally right above it. And she's like, I can be in Budapest in 2.5 hours or something, or 3 hours or whatever it is. I said, okay. My point in saying that is that particular guy has a different level of desire than somebody that just says, hey, I'd like to try it. I'd like to tinker with it. I'd like to maybe lose, a little bit of weight, sleep a little bit better, feel a little bit better. He's like, I want to go change my family's life. He's like, I want to go give my family that he moved to America for a while, moved back because his mom wasn't feeling well. He's like, I want to go give an opportunity to my friends and family that they're not going to get from anybody else. And he's watching what's happening in all these other countries that we've been in. You guys, we've done almost $1 billion in sales of this product, and nobody that you know's ever heard of it. Ever, never. And there's nothing else on earth that you can drink that'll do this to your body like this will. So I'm gonna shut my mouth because I can get excited and talk too much, and I'll let Dustin, whatever he wants to cap with, share with you. But if you want to help people, you'll do great here. If you enjoy people, you'll do great here. If you want to build a business here, you like people, you have some influence, you have some relationships, and you can take instruction decently, you can do great here. I love the pictures Dustin's showing. If you want to build a community of other people and have a real tribe of people with like-minded interests, you'll do great here. If you get gobbled by what people think about you, you can still do great here. We'll help you through that, but that's going to be something fun that you're going to deal with. If you can focus on helping others, you'll do fine. You'll do fine. Ketones work. Most stuff doesn't. Most stuff doesn't. Half the stuff people sell to pay their bills doesn't change lives. It's not drugs necessarily or guns, but it's inconsequential. Think about what you do to pay your bills. Does the service or product that you provide change lives? Are people better because they did business with you? I don't know. But I can tell you right now, if you've ever wanted to do something that after someone participated in it with you, their life was better. And in 20 years, you'll be one of the small list of people that they remember and think, thank God I met him or her. I got a friend of mine that owns a landscaping business, makes $1 million a year. Do you know how many people are going to lay on their deathbed and go, thank God that guy mowed my grass? None. None. He makes a lot of money, changes no lives. So if you can come here, change some lives, make a little bit of money, I don't care how much you make, doesn't matter. Can you help people? You'll do great. And I think that'll be part of why you love what we do. and we'll have a blast, you guys. And as soon as they'll let me fly out of America to Europe and then also fly back, you can bet your booty I'll be there, and Dustin will be there, and all the teams that you all are a part of, because there's a lot of people represented on the Zoom, will be there too. But that's what I got for now. I'm fired up, Dustin.
Hey, Michael, I appreciate it, man. Truly do. I threw this picture up there for a reason. It's about a community, right? This is a company that, our company that has really built the first ever community-based marketing model that allows people to, we're able to lead with education with the top minds in the world, with the product and technology supplement that truly is cutting edge. The world needs more now than ever before. And as you learn more and you hear more of the stories, you'll understand that greater. If you're a little nervous, if you're a little anxious, you're a little excited, good. That's what you should be, because we get to do this. We get to share this conversation. There's people right now, like my brother, it's 5 years. He's been waiting 5 years for this over in Italy. There's people in the UK have been waiting 3 years for this. They know what it is. And it's exciting because we get the opportunity to share it. We get the opportunity to build. We get the opportunity to change your life. And the one thing that we didn't do on this call is really, what's that one, I always like to say, what's that one dream that you've always thought about, but you kind of let go, that you didn't want to, you stopped dreaming about that dream that you want to go live. Well, let's go get that. Let's go accomplish that. I have a picture in my hand. I'm not going to show it to y'all, but it's of a castle that we got to stay in. And it was always my dream to go and spend time in a castle, like a real castle. And through this platform, we were able to achieve that. And we got to spend a week in the castle out in Scotland. And it's kind of like a check off my live list, like something that I wanted to go do. And so this is an opportunity for people to go dream and make an impact in people's lives and go out and make a shift, make a change, and go chase those dreams that you maybe had. And so I'm super excited because this is really the first Zoom that we've done where it's been a collaboration of the UK, Europe, and America, and Australia. And we have Singapore on here. We have Mexico on here. We have Canada on here, where it's a collaboration Zoom of an opportunity for people to participate and span this thing over the entire world. And so I just want to wrap up with a couple things. We will be doing a special guest call. It'll probably be early next week. So remember, one of the most important things you can do is connect. If you have somebody that's interested and has questions, say, I don't know, but I'm going to connect you to somebody that does. And there's a huge team behind you all to help answer questions for you, for them more importantly. So connect them to us. We'll have a Zoom like this again in the next few days. It'll be for anybody that's interested and wanting to learn about our product, about our expansion, about becoming a VIP. But right now, if you're interested in to be a promoter today, the only option is to become a VIP promoter. Get back to whoever invited you. Get back to them and say, hey, I want to participate. What do I need to do? What's the link? How do I get started? How do I take it to another level? Diana Fisk just joined us, Michael. Here's our level up bonus. This is something that everybody that becomes a VIP gets to run for. Every single person that's a VIP gets to go after these bonuses. You don't need to know the ins and outs of the details. At the end of the day, it comes down to this. When you become a VIP, it's all about what you do next. How many people are you going to share this with? How many people are you going to connect to the leadership that's here to support and answer their questions? And rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. And we do that until we hit the bonuses. We do that until we accomplish the goal. If that's what you want to go after, right? If you want 200 pounds a month, well, then it's going to be a little different than if you want to hit the $10,000 bonus. We're going to work a little different speed and tempo, but this is an opportunity that everybody over there right now gets the chance to go after. And it's just it's a thank you for waiting. It's a thank you for waiting this many years for us to finally get this shipping over there to your countries. And the last one I'm going to show you guys is this. I was on a call with a young lady. Her name is Melanie, and she actually calls herself Eeyore. Eeyore from Tigger from Winnie the Pooh. And she's been drinking this product for 21 days. Now it's 22 days, and she's down a good amount of body fat. And the first week, she kept talking about how much weight or how much fat she was losing. She kept, I'm losing this fat. I'm losing this fat. The last 2 weeks, she won't even talk about the body fat she's lost. Not even a little bit. All she's talking about is, Dustin, she goes, my skin looks like she goes, it's since I've been a teenager. She's in her 40s. She goes, my skin's never looked this good ever. She goes, Dustin, I'm smiling in the inside like I've never experienced before. And she calls herself Eeyore. Like she's like, in just the 2 weeks we've been really working with her, everything about her vitality has shifted on the Zoom. And I asked her, what's one goal you want? And she goes, Dustin, I just don't want my car to break down. I really, I don't have the picture on me. I wish I could show her. She goes, I don't want my car to break down. And it has just hit me in the heart. Like, she's literally taken a product that's shifted her life in literally 21 days. And it doesn't always happen that fast for everybody, but it is pretty quickly. Even in 90 days, that's fast. And I go, what can we do for you? How can we help you just live in a better life than you're currently living? She goes, I just want a car that doesn't break down. I want a car that I can rely on. And here she's got this new vitality, this new instinct of helping other people. And I go, what kind of car do you want? And of course she goes, anything that doesn't break down. So I gave her a challenge and I said, listen, dream a little bit, like just wiggle your wand and dream a little bit and just think about it. Like, if you could have any car in the world right now, what would you want? So this is the picture she sent me. She wants a Ferrari. I'm like, let's go do this. I mean, it just makes me really happy. Now, she did say that the roads in Northern Ireland are a little rough, so I don't know how well it's going to work there. But I go, like, let's go change a bunch of lives. And when I come to Northern Ireland, if you don't own a Ferrari, we're going to go rent one for a few days or a week or whatever, and you're going to drive a Ferrari around because you deserve that. You deserve to have those things, and you deserve to have a car that doesn't break down. So whatever it is that you're looking for, whatever you deserve to have, achieve, and want, let's go get it. Let's go make an impact. Let's go change a lot of lives. Come lock arms with us. Come participate with us. And let's have some fun here, y'all, because this is we're launching countries, and countries that deserve to feel better, live better, be healthy, but also you deserve to have some vitality, have some fun, have some celebration, travel the world a little bit more, and make a big impact in a lot of people's lives. So I thank you all for getting on. Michael, thanks for getting up. Everybody that's been on here, we will do more of these. Reach out to whoever is working with you, whoever invited you. Reach out to the team leaders from, if it's the UK, the team leaders from Australia, Singapore, the team leaders from Canada, America, Mexico. Reach out to the team leaders and say, hey, how do I play a role, and plug in with them, work with them, stay with them. They're going to walk you through a process. We have a system that works, and I can't wait to see you when we get over there. We're planning our trips now. My wife and I, we were planning them last night, getting ready for the tour of the world. So we can't wait to take our foot off that airplane and spend some time with you guys. Michael, you're a stud as always. Y'all have an unbelievable Sunday. Have an unbelievable Sunday night for all of you over across the pond. And we will be doing one of these calls here in the next few days. So stay tuned, stay tight to the pulse, and jump back with your team. And your teams will have calls going on anyway, so you can plug into those. So Michael, I'm going to sign off. I appreciate you, brother.